Hey, what's up? Fred here. On this tutorial, we'll be talking about Google Forms. We'll talk about how to create a survey for students, parents, and the field questions available for creating your Google Forms. Okay, let's get started. All right, so we're here in Google Drive, and to access your Google Forms, you need to go to New, scroll down to More, and then over here on the top, you will see Google Forms. So click on that. And now here's the interface for Google Forms. So let's start from the left-hand side on the top. So if you click on there, this will open up Google Drive. I'll show you how it looks like. Click here, and you can see I can have all my forms that I've created on Google Drive, all the forms. All right. So again, that's how to get, and you can find all the forms that you've created. You can also search for the title of your Google Forms as well. All right. So let's go back and create a new Google form. And here we are. Here is the menu bar here. The title. Let's title this form. You can name it up here or down here. And let's just type in the Teaching Bites survey for teachers. All right. So that's how you add a title, and you can see it's been added up here as well. So the first question, you can just add this right in here. You could ask a question, say, what is your name? Help text, you can type in full or first and last name. All right. In the question type, obviously it doesn't make sense to use multiple choice. So we're gonna use text. Okay, and you have different choices: text, paragraph text, multiple choice, and so on. I'm gonna show you a text. So the answer will appear right here. So whoever's filling this out will answer right here. Okay. I'm gonna make this a required question. All right. I'm gonna press done. So this is how it looks. Now I'm going to show. Now I'm going to create a new question here by creating add item. In this case, I'm going to say, tell me what you teach. Here, I'm going to make it into a paragraph text question. All right. I'm going to make it a required question as well. And you'll notice if you have advanced settings, you can click on this data validation and so on, but I'm not going to do that. This is just an essentials course, so I'm going to hide that for now. And I'm going to press done. Now, what's cool about this, if you hover on the question like so, and you can see the color change in the background, you can edit with this pencil. You can duplicate that question. So if I click on that, here's the question again. I'll probably rename it, where do you teach? Okay. And then I can have a choice to change it again. All right. So I'm going to make that required question, press done as well. I'm going to make another add item and type in choose which grades you, or maybe what subjects. Let's change this question to what subjects do you teach? Okay. Then I'm going to click on this choice here. I can use check boxes where they can choose more than one thing. Okay. Or a multiple choice where I have, say, English, math, science, social studies, and so on. Okay. I'm going to make that required question as well. Press done. Okay. I'm going to add another item and type in, I'm going to choose a checkbox. Okay. Checkbox is here. So it's I can choose more than one thing. So I can say, what grades have you taught? K, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay. So make that required as well. Press done. Okay. So you see how it's beginning to shape up. All right. What I like to do is also add a question here and rate this survey. How do you like this survey? And then I'm going to go down to the scale. I can choose 0 or 1. I'm going to choose 1 to 5. 1 will be hate it, love it. Make that required question. Press done. Now down here, the confirmation page, which is pretty cool, you can add a message here, a custom message. A thank you for your responses or your response. Now, please go ahead and read the next chapter. Okay, so I can do that. You can actually show the you can publicize the answers. You can also allow readers to or responders to edit their questions. Okay, so here it is, and let's take a look at this. So we're going to go to the live form right here. And here we have the survey. Okay. So here I can choose the check boxes. I can choose multiple grades. Whereas this, I can only pick one. It's only allowing me to pick one. Okay. Here I can change, again, the size of the box so that if you're filling it out, you have more space to read and refer to. I'm going to go back and edit this form, and let's change the theme here. Now, that's pretty cool. Something new happened here in Google Forms. If I change the theme, I can choose any of these pre-existing themes. If I click on, say, the first one, let's scroll down. Let's scroll down to the coffee. I like this homework one. So I can click on that. All right. So it adds an image. It chooses the font and sizes automatically. Okay. But say, what if I did not like the image and the fonts? This is brand new here that Google has allowed now. We can customize the theme. So you click on the customize button, and now I can click on the header image, which is this right here. Click on that, and I can change the image, and I can pick one that's ready-made here by categories. Okay. Or I can upload my own picture right here. I can go to my albums available here, my drive, pictures on there, share with me. If I scroll on to my album, pick my school here, click on this, press select. It's going to insert that picture. Here it is. It's pretty cool. I'm actually down here somewhere. And you can go ahead and click on the title. You can change that also, the fonts, the formatting of the fonts and so on. You can add the description. You can change the way it looks also, all the questions as well. So you can play around with a lot. You can also change the background, which is pretty interesting, of the form. So if I wanted to change it maybe a darker red, you see that changes. I can make the border appear black, and I can black or even yellow. It's pretty faint, it's hard to see. I'm going to change this back to white and this to white. And you can change the page background. and I scroll down more, and then you could add more images and so on right here. Okay. So a lot of cool things that's happening with Google Forms. I'm going to go back to the coffee one right here. And from here, I can go to the live view. So let's check it out how it looks so far. All right. So here it is. Very simple, very powerful way to do it. Okay. So let's say I'm going to type in my name. I am the Technology and Innovation Coordinator. I teach at the schools of the Sacred Heart in San Francisco. I don't teach any of these, but actually I do a little bit with the sciences. I help out, so I'll pick that, and actually pick all these as well. I love this obviously because I made it. Press submit. And then now I see the message that I created. Thank you for your responses. Your response. Now please go ahead and read the next chapter. I'm allowed to go ahead and make another response if I wanted to. Okay. So I'm going to close this right now. It's submitted. And I'm going to close the theme. I don't need that right now. All right. Now what's cool, I can see the responses. All right. So I'm going to click on the view responses and let's see what happens. Now you see it's been timestamped, which is great. So it allows timestamp of the entries. So here's my name. What do I teach? And so on, which is pretty cool. It's all laid out right here. Now I'm going to show you something real cool that right here. Last year, I collected attendance this way from my students. We collected attendance into our open studio, our technology innovation open studio. And the questions were the name. I hid the names here. These two questions, I hid the names for privacy concerns. But I have the grades, the school, because it's a boys' school and girls' school, elementary schools. And I ask them questions every so often just to keep them on their toes. So here I can go ahead and sort these by grades, sort by A to Z, by grades here. I can go back to sort these back here, Z to A. All right. You hover on the cell here and you just click it and you can go ahead and sort it. Okay. Say if I wanted to add a column to the left of this, so I just go ahead and insert. I'm going to go ahead and insert a column to the left, one column. And there it is. Okay. Now, Google Forms is related to Google Sheets, and this is Google Sheets itself. All right. Which is pretty cool. So you see when I'm scrolling, my head or the titles of this disappear. See that? Now I'm going to show you how to go ahead and click on that and freeze those cells so that they don't move when you're scrolling, so you know what you're reading about. So here I highlight it, then I go to edit, or actually it should be right here, view. So highlight what you want, usually the first row, and I'm going to go ahead and view, freeze, just the first row. And you see a more solid line underneath. And then you see when I'm scrolling, that first row is still there, so I can see what's happening. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty powerful. Try that. Okay. Now let's see one thing that's very cool in Google Sheets. I can see this in a pie chart. So all I need to do in this, after you received information from your Google form into Google Sheets, you go to data. We go to form. Scroll down to go to live form, or go to show summary of responses. So click on that. And here are the responses. And over the past semester or so, we collected over 629 responses. You see the names there. I'm going to hide it real quick. And you can see it's broken down. This pie chart breaks down the grade levels. You can see in third grade, fourth grade has the highest attendees. It looks like the boys' school beat the girls' school for a few times, maybe because of field trips and so on. And you can see the name of the favorite song. I like being silly a little bit here and there, so the kids get a kick out of it. And I can see the daily responses, what's happening those days. Okay, it's very powerful, very cool. I like showing my kids this. They get to see the visual aspect of the data. So I'm gonna close that now. And in Google Sheets, you have the typical menu bar here and the menu up here. All right. So a lot of Excel is very much just like Excel. Let's see. One thing that might happen is this. You see also, do you want to build a snowman? This is column G. You can see how it goes on to the next column. To avoid that, you can highlight that. You can highlight that column, and then right here, it's called text wrapping. You click on this, and you can see these arrows that go straight through, or wrap around, or it will clip it. So if I clip it, the rest of the snowman is clipped off. If I go back here and I go wrap around, you'll see now you can actually read. You can actually read the whole thing. That's very useful. So the freezing of the row and the text wrapping are very powerful for you. All right. So those are Google Forms and Google Sheets.